Welcome to the Goat Breakdown podcast. That's right. We're doing the podcast. It's your boy Holland the Goat, and I guess this is the first, the first episode of this podcast, the Goat Breakdown podcast, man. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. This technically ain't the first time I have done this podcast. It is the first time I've done it here on the YouTube channel or doing it video. That's a little different, at least for me. But it's not the first time I've done like a video podcast anyway, too. I've done one before back in like high school for something that I tried to create for the like film class that I was in. We did that. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little bit of experience, with editing audio, editing video, putting together kind of thing, which for the people who are watching this on the YouTube channel, The Goat Breakdown, you can obviously see I got a little bit of experience in that with the way I edit my videos. But yeah, like I was saying, this is not the first time I've done this podcast. So for anybody who just happens to listen to this podcast on the audio side of stuff with Spotify, what is that? Apple Podcasts, and I think pretty much wherever else you get your podcast, maybe besides like one platform or whatever. I don't know. I've done a few episodes already, which if you want to go back and listen to those, I don't know why you would want to do that. But if you're going back and listen to those and kind of see where I was earlier, those are all those episodes are still up on the audio platforms like Spotify and stuff. So you can go ahead and check those out if you want to be my guest or whatever. But this for me is just a whole reboot. It's a whole fresh new thing for me. I have a little bit more, a little bit more experience under my belt now. So the quality is definitely risen a lot over these years or whatever. And I finally decided to just go ahead and just do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. How many times, I think like I've tried to restart this podcast or reboot it, should I say, 4 or 5 times now. And right before I hit record for this time, I was starting to do it, and I'm like, no, I don't like how I say, that kind of thing. And I realized I ain't gonna never be able to do it or get it out, you know what I'm saying, started if I just don't go ahead and record. And so we here now, okay? I don't even know what intro or what temporary intro I'm gonna use for this episode of this podcast, man. Especially for my people watching this on YouTube. I don't know what y'all gonna get. Y'all might just get me going straight into it. You might get a little something in the beginning. If you've seen it already, you already know what I put up. But yeah, man, this is the video podcast. I don't know how often I'm gonna do this. I want to try and put this out like whenever I'm in the middle of or in between making like recording and editing videos. My lips is dry. Oh my god. Forgot my comics in the house. But I want to kind of put this, right in between those of recording and then uploading and editing stuff when I don't have something for like a week or whatever. Boom, podcast episode instead of a reaction. Mainly because I ain't a lot of y'all, bro. Reaction channels is rough, and I understand why they have a lot of editors and stuff for a lot of these big channels. Excuse me, but it's just your boy. We out here recording, setting up lighting, everything, and anybody who try to do content creation, they already know that's how you got to do. That's how you got to start off. That's how you go. But I'm. This is the grind. This is the hustle, man, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I enjoy getting up, recording episodes or recording me reacting to certain trailers and different stuff like that, which we got some of that comes from my people here on YouTube. And my people listen to this on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. Come on over to the Goat Breakdown YouTube channel. Check out my reactions if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Got a few shows I'm working on, they in the chamber. They getting cooked, okay? They getting cooked right now. Got a few things that I'm working on. This is one of them, obviously. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is gonna be quite an adventure, should I say? I feel like because I have been more consistent than anything I've worked on is this channel right here. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm consistent enough with this channel. I can throw on something else and also be consistent on that as well within my schedule of recording, editing, and uploading. Throw this in, record it, edit as much as possible because this is a solo podcast. There is like nobody else or whatever as of right now. Until we blow up overnight, you know what I'm saying? 50 million views, 50, you know what I'm saying? But nah, like for real though, like until we get to that level, it's gonna be your boy. It's gonna be your boy. So y'all better strap in. Hope you like this voice, you know what I'm saying? Especially listen to it on audio, man. Might be rough for y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but either way, we here. I kind of want to talk to y'all about what this new reboot is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Mainly because it's kind of not going to change too much from what I tried to do when I tried to reboot this for like the second or third time. I think it's three times, but on like the recordings on the audio versions, which, like I said, you can go ahead and check those out if you want to. I don't know why you would want to do that. You're gonna be crazy. I got beeping all in the background of some of those videos, so or some of those audio, you know what I'm saying? So go check it out if you want to, you know what I'm saying? But for this reboot, man, I wanna get into my hobbies. That's pretty much what this podcast is. Me enjoying the hobbies that I have accumulated over the years. As you can see behind me, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the video version of this, I have quite a few different things behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Marvel, comic books in general. I got boxes. I got trading cards. Wait, trading cards, bro? It's getting ridiculous. I knew there were scalpers out there, but yo, I didn't know they was really scalping. Like, y'all scalping the Disney? Y'all scalping Mickey? Like, what are we doing here? But no, that's kind of what this podcast is gonna be about. Me just being goofy, talking about different rumors for different castings. Movies and TV is gonna be a staple. That's what I started this podcast with, because originally, right? For anybody who knew, which is pretty much everybody, when I started this back in, what was it, 2020 through like 2021, kinda, I started this podcast, and originally it was gonna be strictly just straight up movies and TV show like reviews for the most part, and that's what I stuck to for the most part. So if you go back to those, listen to those really early episodes where I got the beeping, my audio quality isn't the best. Like, you can hear it, brother. You know what I'm saying, but it ain't this right here. But you can go ahead and listen to those, man. And that's kind of what I was doing. I did a few movies, a couple TV shows, maybe episodes or so here or there. Even did one for a trailer for what was it? I think it was Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I did like a review of that. It wasn't none too long. I think it was supposed to be the bonus. I ain't know what the bonus episode was supposed to do when I was going ahead, and doing it. But that's what I did, And then I tried to reboot it for season 2, which the quality audio wise got a lot better. So season 2, I tried to implement what I'm going to be doing now, but I think I'm just going to do a little bit better, which is the different hobbies, like I was saying, giving them, sometimes giving it its own episode, or putting it together and giving a segment at a time, maybe a good 15 minutes here on movies, 15 minutes on whatever else. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully that works out. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out or whatever, but also my people who watch this on YouTube, in the comment section, I know on Spotify they got a comment section now as well. I don't know about the other podcast episode, like platforms, but if so, go ahead and leave me a what is it called? Go ahead and leave me a comment. I don't know why I just spaced out for a minute, but leave me a comment thinking, basically just giving me whatever questions you want to ask, maybe for the next episode, wait for a few episodes, or Any recommendations of stuff you want me to talk about or things you think I should talk about? Nothing political. I don't do that mess. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't doing it over here. You know what I'm saying? But some of the things I will be talking about to kind of give y'all a little bit of idea of what you want to leave in the comment section if you do. Obviously, like I said, movies and TV, that's been a staple of this, and I'm going to stick to it, especially with the reaction channel for the people who are watching this on the video version of this podcast. Movies and TV is going to be one of the main things I'm going to talk about for sure. Movies and TV is always changing. The industry is always changing. New stuff is always coming out. So, that's going to be a given. Also, one thing that I love it. I love to talk about it, and I'm finally throwing my hat into it, which is professional wrestling. The content side of that now, the content creation side of that, has blew up to a different level, right? Because not like back in 2014 and stuff, nobody was really doing reactions. Besides, I can think of two people who might have been reacting to the like professional wrestling. Only two. That's like Tony the Pizza Guy and Luge. If y'all know who that is, you an OG for real. But like they were the only two back in the day before you got thousands of content creators now that are thriving off of the wrestling industry. Luge and Tony the Pizza Guy, they was the for me, the pioneers of it, man. They was the GOATs when it comes to reacting to that kind of stuff, giving their live reactions to it. So shout outs to them. But I'm throwing my hat into it, okay? All right. If Weezy Blonde, Santi, even Ross, kicking it with Ross, if they can do it, I'm going to do it too, okay? Maybe not reacting to it, but definitely giving my thoughts on certain storylines, certain characters, how I think about certain things. Because that's what I do on TikTok, or I used to do it a little bit more often. I had this not really planned series for real of, I will go on there talking about women's wrestling specifically. Of course, I will do about just the guys, just wrestling as a whole, but women's wrestling was a big thing for me because I'm like, y'all could be doing so much better, yet you're not. And since I made that first video, that was when Ronda Rousey was there. So I'm like, she is destroying this division, not in the good way. But I feel like over time, I have started to really, I don't want to say I've been an advocate for women's wrestling, because obviously there's been multiple people, other professional women's wrestlers who obviously advocate for it all the time. But I feel like it's just at a different level now, you know what I'm saying? So I want to go ahead and throw my hat into the wrestling content creation side of things, especially when it comes to talking about it and watching it and stuff like that. I feel like I have a lot of insight. I've been watching wrestling for a long time, man. So bringing that here to the pod is something I'm going to be excited about. I'm going to give on episodes about the whole state of not only just WWE, but professional wrestling as a whole, man. Along with potentially, this is like, I don't know if this is exclusive because it's on my platform, but WWE 2K25 is out, man. Y'all might be getting some gameplay. Maybe over there on Twitch. I might just bring it to the gaming channel. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. But outside of like the movies, TV, wrestling, anything else at that point, you know what I'm saying? If I feel like I want to talk about something, man, I'm going to talk about it, man. I don't know what's in my throat, man. But hold on. Let me go ahead and get this sip of water. But I'm definitely gonna go ahead and just talk about it now. For the most part, if y'all can see this behind me, I got a lot of action figures, collectible stuff. They in a box still. Even on this side right here, I don't even know if y'all can see this, but I got a lot of like in-boxed action figures, Funko Pops. And then I got a whole bunch of comic books. Now, the comic book industry is different. All right, you got your debaters, you got your people who think they know more than the writers. They think they know how to write better than the writers. Comic book world is a whole different space that I think a lot of people now are starting to get into, especially thanks to Marvel, DC. All the big name shows, especially like The Boys. A lot of stuff comic book wise is starting to blow up even more. And it's somebody who got into it back in 2020 for like full on head, no, 2021. I'm sorry, who went in full steam ahead and just dived into it, man. I feel like I have a little bit of knowledge. I'm not saying I got the most knowledge when it comes to comics, but I feel like I want to bring that to the pod as well. Not only just talk about certain books, but like kind of give recommendations and stuff, right? Because I know a lot of people are always trying to get into it, but they don't know where to start for the most part. And I got a whole bunch of books I would recommend people to get into, but I just don't put out that kind of content as much anymore on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, I thought TikTok was gonna be gone, so I'm like, all right, let me just stop putting in the effort. Now that's back. I gotta find that energy to put in the effort to put that kind of content, get the audience, stuff that I want back. But I'm gonna be working on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on that. But for this first episode, man, I just kind of want to let y'all know what you can expect here. So if any of those things, and also, I will be talking about other stuff, not just those three, not just comics, not just wrestling, not just movies and TV. Sometimes I might just get up on here just to talk, you know what I'm saying? Talk about whatever is going on or whatever I think, we should talk about. Um, even just I don't want to say life, because I'm not somebody who like to talk about feelings or life or very inspirational kind of things like that. Because I think whenever I try to get real inspirational, goofy, it just starts to get real goofy and stuff. So I'm like, damn, nigga, that sounds corny. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That was a corny thing to say. You ever have like those moments where you say something in your head and then all of a sudden you say it out loud? You're like, damn, no, that wasn't. It don't sound the same no more. That's exactly what I do when I try to get inspirational or give advice. And I don't know if that's the right word, inspirational tone or something, but whenever I try and do that, it gets real corny, like, at least to me, to my ears, like, gets real cringy. But shoot, if y'all need inspiration or something, you don't know where else to get it, I guess come on to your boy. I'll try my best. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might give you some of the wrong advice. You might do some crazy. Hey, I don't know. I tried, okay? But that's why I want to go ahead and try and bring it to the pod. I don't know what it is about being out here right now talking for so. I think that's the thing. I haven't talked like this for a podcast in quite a long time. So talking and just going on and on and on without having like any notes or anything. Because for this first episode, I'm just going straight off the head, straight off the dome, just riffing, and it's rough. It's rough for sure. Like when I hear like a commentator, because I just watched I watched it when it came out, but it was the Logan Paul Impulsive episode where they had Michael Cole, because Michael Cole's the GOAT, one of the GOATs when it comes to wrestling and commentating, man. He was all like, you got to be in shape. You got to be in shape to be on the mic. And for a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, y'all might think, yo, NFL, NBA, even your MLS, which that's gonna be another thing. I love to talk about MLS. I love to talk about in the States soccer for my international people. Football, that's what I'm gonna call it. Football. People that like to get confused when I say football, I'm not talking about the NFL. But when you hear those announcers talk, y'all gotta remember they built different. They built for this. Like, I'm telling y'all, you really gotta be up in the gym to be on commentary. Your vocal cords is a muscle, which Michael Cole let me know, and I'm starting to realize that is indeed a muscle. He got to stay hydrated, because I'm like, I can't even, what is it? How long have I been doing this? Like maybe almost 15, 20 minutes now, and your boy throat is getting sore. So definitely going to be working on myself along with this other, the content creation journey, man. I feel like I'm gonna train on kind of end it off right here. Not gonna be too long of an episode for this first one, but I feel like with this content creation stuff, man, I never took it as serious in the earlier days of just, hey, I'm a create a YouTube channel, or in my case, I'm gonna start a podcast, kind of thing. And I didn't realize how much work, time, and effort you have to put into this. And not only, once you essentially make it big, or you strike gold, you get to that level, staying relevant, staying consistent, but also staying authentic is a very hard thing to do when you try and do content creation, bro. Like, cause you can fall into that trap of finding the easy thing, or trying to be like the what's trending. Let's hop on that kind of thing. When it comes to content creation, so like I said, I think I said this in the beginning. I'm gonna try and come off as authentic, as genuine as possible. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you, if I gotta go ahead and turn it up to 11 for a little bit, you're gonna have to deal with me turning it up to 11 for a little bit. Because I'm somebody, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When it comes to hobbies or movies or anything, stuff like that, if it's something I'm excited about and I want to talk about it, I'm gonna get real excited. So if you can handle that, we as a community are gonna be A-OK. I guarantee that. I ain't got really too much else to talk about. So I think this is where I'm gonna go ahead and end this official reboot first episode of the GOAT Breakdown podcast off here. Anybody who wants to go